So what's the ROI of using a poetic voice, a Sekou? It's pretty simple. If you're looking for a return of investment, it's all around the conversation after, when people go back to their offices and home, how they spread the word of your event. And I'm pretty confident that Sekou is going to be the one that they're always going to talk about. So the ROI of getting Sekou is your event becomes top of mind when they go back to the office, to the home, and to their friends.
He was easily rated by far the most compelling speaker at that event, and we had some pretty good speakers. His impact was dramatic, and it helped us do what we were trying to do.
As a matter of fact, I don't want to talk about how much they liked him. I want to tell you a few of the things they said. I thought Mr. Andrews' session was a great addition because it so clearly, in my opinion, was intended to challenge the audience in a good way. Sekou Andrews was a revelation. We need more out-of-the-box presenters to keep the meeting relevant. He made you disrupt your thinking. I believe he was a hard act for all the following speakers to follow. Sekou Andrews set the tone nicely for the week. His ideas will help me to continue to think differently. I thought Sekou Andrews was the best presentation ever. We talked about it throughout the rest of the meeting. It was a thought-provoking presentation, and Sekou brought energy to the room.
Maybe the next level is not something you get to, but something you grow into.
There was not a dry eye in the house because people could relate to what he was saying and were so moved by the way he said it. And it just could not have been better. It exceeded every expectation I had, and like I said, just blew the room away. And it led us to have our most successful event we've ever had.
When was the last time you heard a keynote speaker and the next day or the next week you can remember anything that they said? Well, Sekou definitely satisfied that challenge. For months after that event, I went to different events and people are still quoting him. They are still repeating the words that he said that day. And that's impact. When you get a limited opportunity to bring executives out and have them listen to something, the fact that they can retain it and then repeat it to you later means that they're making that message their own.
So when he got up there on stage, he just rocked the house and he brought everything that I'd been speaking about for 3 days home and sent people back with memories. And it's funny because later on in social media, people were reenacting lines from the presentation that he gave on our stage.
The reaction was very positive, both to his remarkable talent, but even more importantly to the messages he was conveying and the messages his performance conveyed to us, and it helped us to have a really productive meeting thereafter.
It's pretty amazing to experience. The effect on the meeting is absolutely amazing. So, you know, at Nike we do amazing presentations, PowerPoints, videos, and everything, but I've never heard an audience be so quiet and so attentive as when Sekou's speaking. So he absolutely just commands the respect of the room. He gets everybody's attention.
You want to get my people involved? You think you can motivate? Then you tell my city story while you whip it into shape.
When I go to a program such as this, if our audience members take away 2 or 3 pearls of wisdom, success was achieved. One of our members talked about Sekou's presentation, about the fact that each and every day she thinks about Sekou's advice to do just that, to disrupt yourself. And she said it's made a tremendous change in both her personal and her professional life in a very positive way.
What is it all for if nobody is bold enough to be the one to say, I don't get it? Where are we in that? How do we make change? How do we make this stick?
When I first heard him, I was just stunned at the power, what he brought out in me. He blew everybody away too. Then we had all of these people crying, laughing, enthusiastic. In many ways, he set the tone of our entire customer conference. He made our customer conference. He made it as powerful as it was.
He picked up on all of our key themes and then he put it in powerful poetic language that connected and resonated with all 300 of our people, with their hearts and minds in ways that they remember and influences how they conduct business.
Some of our attendees shared these direct quotes. We were uplifted and motivated. And thank you for bringing such a creative and out-of-the-box speaker. which in my mind means we delivered exactly the experience we wanted for our customers. We wanted them to leave the event feeling inspired and grateful.
Each of us committing to move our customers at their core. Each of us inspiring them to always move toward more.
His delivery and dynamic energy captivated the entire audience. His personalized phrasing spoke to every stakeholder and inspired a new level of partnership for the foundation. The reaction from the audience was thunderous. Every person was moved to action. Without question, we experienced and continue to benefit from the Sekou effect.
It's hard to imagine the artistry of this young man.
Totally private, yeah. You're welcome to send me an email.
His ability to take a concept, factual information, compassion, ideas, weave it into a story, move an audience, and structure a presentation of the most complex of taking us up and taking us down. It's not a single message, but a series of waves, a crescendo. And they don't end in the beach, they end in hope and understanding. I really, I'm in awe of his talents.
It was incredible. And I think for any company that really wants to connect with their customers or the people they serve, or to understand the emotional content of what they go through and how they serve their customers, I think he's just an amazing artist that can make such an impact on people's beliefs and emotion.
Our attendees have said to me again and again, this was the best event I've ever been to. I've never been so inspired. This was a life-changing experience. Over and over, we're hearing these comments from people who have been to this event over the years and have never felt so moved as they did through Sekou's hosting and speaking. I cannot recommend Sekou strongly enough. I don't know how we'll ever inspire an audience as much as he inspired our audience this year.